Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 5 of the NACE Varsity Premier League. We are going to have UW-Stout playing Culver-Stockton Wildcats today. And I think it's going to be an exciting match, TW. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it'll be a very exciting match. Culver-Stockton not having won a single game so far, it's going to be exciting to see if they are perhaps able to take a best of three, if they are perhaps able to start making their way back into this league, or we can of course see UW taking it once again, being the absolute dominant team that they've been so far.
Yeah, well, I am definitely rooting for UW-Stout today. I'd like to get another win under their belts. I think they can do it. And as we start to get ready, I know they're doing map picks and bans. We'll see who we're gonna get in this lobby here. I know they have a couple different lineups depending on what map we're gonna be on. So I don't know what we're gonna see today, but I'm really, really, really excited. And as a special treat for everyone, if you stick around to the end of the stream, we might just see a special little interview with one of the players today.
It's going to be very exciting to see. It's going to be exciting to see who we get to interview. Maybe someone will step up, take that MVP spot, and take that spot as to be interviewed. It's gonna be hopefully we're gonna see someone just absolutely take it in their own hands and step up.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, I'm really excited for UW-Stout to take this one home. I had the pleasure of casting one of their earlier matches this season against Michigan Tech, and I saw some great things from the team. I'm excited to see how they've improved, what they're doing differently, what they're doing the same. Great matches that day, and I think we're gonna have some exciting maps. I don't know if we'll make it to a map 3 today. Hopefully they can close it out in 2 maps, but we'll have to see.
Yeah. Are there any specific agents or specific lineups you perhaps are excited to see today, or maybe even maps?
Well, you know what? I have to say I wouldn't mind seeing some Lotus. I know it's a pretty new, but I think there's some fun things to be seen on that map. And I think just as everyone's starting to get more comfortable with Lotus, we're just seeing how the meta's evolving. Like, what is going to be the meta for this newest map? And I don't know. I think we could see some exciting things if Lotus comes into play. But I'm always a sucker for fun comps. I don't think you have to run a meta comp, and I think it's more fun if you have, I don't know, maybe we see a Neon, maybe we see a Yori, something you don't normally see,
Yeah.
but can really just shine on.
Yeah, definitely. So, I would definitely be excited for Lotus too, just to see what teams can bring to that map, and if maybe a team just already has a key to early success on that map. And then a different map that I would definitely love to see too would be Pearl, since it's still pretty new to the
Yeah.
map pool, and not every single team has really established themselves on that map either. And I would just love seeing something happening on that map. Loved playing it myself so far.
Yeah, me too. I have to say, Pearl is my favorite map right now. I was pretty bummed to see Breeze go. Bind
Yeah,
had its
same.
time. I was okay with a little break from Bind, but I was sad to see Breeze go. But I think this new map, Lotus, it's fun. It's our third, three site map. Only, of course, we still have Haven in the picture, which I also love. And I actually had the pleasure of seeing UW-Stout play on Haven last time. So I would be excited to see some different maps come out from them this week.
Yeah. Something I definitely wouldn't like to see would be Split. It's my least favorite map. I think it's just the worst map they've ever brought out in Valorant. I
Oh,
don't know why they
even with the
brought it out.
changes?
Yeah, even with the changes, it's still just 50-50 angles all around. Like you pick the right side, there's one to your left. You pick the left side, there's one to your right. The entire time you just need to run around like someone on ADHD with ADHD. I just don't think it's a fun map. And then whenever you enter a side, someone just throws a nade or Astra just sucks you in, and it's over. It's all the sides are just way too easy to enter. I just hope we don't get to see
Yeah.
that map.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised. It was out of the map rotation for so long, and it doesn't seem like they added too many changes. So I'm really interested to see what they end up doing with Breeze and Bind here while it's out of the map. Well, again, I was really, really sad to see Breeze go. I think it's just so different. You have those open uh, all those open sight lines. I know it was really, really not fun to play back when Chamber was meta, and of course, once a team gets that off. But luckily, we won't have to see Breeze. It's out of map rotation. But it looks like we are going to Haven and then your favorite map, Split. If
Oh
we have
no.
to go to a decider, we will be going to Icebox. But I don't think TW is going to want to see another map after Split. I think he's going to be done.
I would actually love to see some Icebox. Icebox would be really fun to see. It's one of my favorite maps to play. It's always been one of my favorite maps. Especially back when I used to play as a player myself on a team. Icebox was my absolute favorite map to play.
Okay, so I have to ask, what agent then? Who do you play? TW. Who was
Icebox?
your? Yeah,
Icebox,
who was your
I played
go-to?
Sova. But
Sova. Did you have any?
I had some pretty good lineups. But on almost every single other map, I was an Astra player, controller player, since I was the RGM.
Well, makes sense. So I'm sure you have a lot of fun and exciting insights as to how these teams are doing. We're just waiting to get in, and I'm excited to see what kind of team compositions we have coming out here on Haven.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see it too. I hope we get to see some Astra today. The possibility is definitely there with these two maps, Haven and Split. Already
Well,
one being picked by
it
UW-Stout.
looks like you might be out of luck here. No one's hovering that Astra pick yet, but we do see one lock in of Omen for UW-Stout. It looks like St. J is just kind of hovering. But I have to say, I am so excited because these are not mere comps, and I cannot tell you how exciting it is when we see a little bit different comps. We are seeing that Cypher come out from both sides, but it looks like Culver-Stockton going with that Phoenix and that Sova. UW-Stout still just sort of hovering. I wouldn't be surprised to see Seep on that Breach. We see a lot of Breach on Haven, especially for that sewer control.
The Breach can be really powerful on Haven, especially with his flashes. All the walls just seem to work for his flashes. And especially his stuns. It's just such a pretty small map whenever you start entering spots. So his stuns should just always be pretty useful. And then pair that with a what's it called? What is she called again? Fade, yeah. Sorry.
Fade.
Pair that with a fade that gets info for you. Then you just stun, you flash, and you're easily gonna be able to enter on that enemy. So that's gonna be a very powerful combination here to begin with. They should be UW-Stout should be starting on a tank if I'm right.
Yeah, it looks like they are attacking first this map on Haven, which I'm excited. I think DeYoung on that jet is going to be really, really fun to see. But no, I'm really excited. I think we have two good team comps here and two different comps. You don't always see these lineups, and I think it's just going to be how the team decides to play it and how they decide to kind of rise up to the challenge of the other team that they're facing. But we don't have to wait.
Whatever team adapts the best to the
longer.
other should be the one coming out on top.
And that's exactly what Valorant is. Which team can adapt to the other team the best?
Yeah, exactly. We'll immediately get to see that as Culver-Stockton gonna have to defend against the siege push. And Sammy already taking the side. No one really stopping them as the plant already comes in. It's gonna have to be a 5 vs 5 retake.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Stout just has that entire site control here right now, which is nice. Ooh, and Sammy gets that pick on Omen in garage.
Yeah, but it immediately coming trades coming through by Duby, and he's already on for the 3k. He's starting off great, showing that he's warmed up pretty well, and Green equaling it out. Breezy just left to do it all. 20 HP, and he's getting closer. Green seemed to be aware, but he hits the shot. But Duby, 4k for him, clutches it out. Showing up massively just to start it off with.
Yeah, I mean, I know it was just pistol round, but that was pretty close. It was pretty close. So I think once we start getting into these, you know, later rounds with higher buys, I think we might be in for a pretty close game here on Haven.
Yeah, most definitely. Especially if these two teams just keep on playing like this, we'll get to see some very exciting Valorant today.
Looks like has all that util set up there to watch A, but Stout here on the weaker buy, just kind of trying to decide what they're gonna do here.
Yeah,
and if they can burn
just trying to go for some of those, what's it called? Some of those orbs. Those ultimate orbs. Collect them, get your ultimates ready early on.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard when you're putting in a position where you are in that late buy, but DeYoung gets that pick on Saint in garage. He's able to recover a gun from that.
That's exactly why the breach can be so powerful. You just stun or you just flash and it should be a free kill.
Their teammates, they at least have some sort of weaponry to try to fight Culver-Stockton here, who do have that gun advantage, but they do not have the number advantage that Stout now has.
Look at the Cypher, he's already moved his way into B, but
30 seconds left.
Coming through. Is that other Cypher aware of each other? Are they aware of it? Easy hiding in the smoke on his scam. It's just gonna be about who is faster once the smoke disappears.
It looks like Doobie is faster. And already an ultimate coming out.
Remaining.
The pistol is finding every single kill on the side. Green just left to do it all. Half HP, he has his wall. What can you do? Both of these players, or one of these players is 1 HP.
All good.
Doesn't matter running out of time.
At least he gets... No, he doesn't even get it down to half. Seep already sees him. Shoots him through the wall, finishes it up.
Oh man.
And that's a Nico round one.
That is, I mean, what a great save round there for UW-Stout.
That's just how you do it. You get that first kill with the breach flash, and then you snowball that into a bomb plant, and from there on you just play the bomb plant and you just slowly win the round. You just hope for the best of luck. They just won it. They're just better. They got those kills with the pistols at one point, and then at that point it was just over.
Exactly. And now that does put Culver-Stockton here on that save. If UW-Stout was able to do that with just their pistols, I think now with this full buy, it's gonna be tough for Culver-Stockton to get around on the board right here.
Would have been forced out to show. Let's see if Green can do anything with his. No, he immediately just forced to Sammy, not able to do much damage at all. As the bomb side is not going to be lost. Plant coming through once again. It's the third time in a row.
Planted.
In the middle, Saint J? Yeah, Saint J finds a kill with that shorty. He is even able to snow that into another kill.
Or
DeYoung defending the side.
Still waiting.
Yeah. Saw that paranoia come out from garage and was able to get 2 off of that. And in the end gets traded out.
Catch them.
Missed a couple shots. So it's now all gonna be up to the Sova,
My ult is ready.
and he doesn't get anything. UW-Stout winning another one to get able to get the second one in a row. They're able to do that. They're able to do the thing that Culver-Stockton wasn't able to do a little bit ago. Get a second consecutive, as now Culver-Stockton are gonna be able to force up with some rifles. They should all be able to afford Vandals and Phantoms.
Yeah, I mean, definitely with that save there on the last round. And it looks like DeYoung might be coming out with the jet knives
Get
here.
out of my way.
Yep, exactly what we thought.
Yeah, and something UW-Stout have done really well here is building up those two ultimates on Breach and Fade. These are going to be very powerful in this round.
Yeah, I mean, just when you look at the ult economy, all Culver-Stockton really has there is that Phoenix. Of course, they have invested some ultimates earlier in previous rounds, but we are going to see
Phoenix
them
already found
come
one
out.
then.
Yeah.
Proving that it's a valuable ultimate. It's now equalized 3 versus 3. One now tap, but no one really sticking it. DeYoung peeking out, finding one already. Sanjay spotted, but he gets the kill. No, that's another wall deployed. The bomb tap still hasn't come through. The bomb defuse still not coming through. It's just a tap as Greeno gets one through the smoke. Breezy left to do it
He
all.
gets the
it through
bomb
the smoke.
diffuser.
And he is able to get another one onto Green, pushing him. Green having to push out of the smoke. Breezy just seeing him a little bit earlier. Able to clutch it up.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great play there by
So
Breezy.
powerful.
Wangle just kind of trying to get that bomb diffuser, but getting sprayed down there in long. But it's okay. Breezy was right there to clean it up. And that puts us at 1-3 going into this 5th round for UW-Stout. Culver-Stockton not able to buy here yet again. Although UW-Stout has won these past 3 rounds, some of these have been pretty close. And so hopefully they can kind of win this next one with a little bit more men online.
Yeah, definitely. I'd buy a couple upgraded weapons, a couple judges, marshals, specters. So they might be able to do some damage. As it seems like UW-Stout now switching it up, going over towards A, going over towards Green's guys. As Green already finds one with his specter, now he's going to be able to get out in that corner where he has
They
backup
know
from his
exactly where
enemy.
Green is from the fade eye.
Just able to find it, but Sanjay there with the judge. Is he putting an end to all of it? As Yershan's gonna be able to find him through the smoke with his recon dart. Look at this flank from Young. He's gonna be able to kill Yershan here. That's gonna be able to open up the side, and yeah, that kill has been found. He just goes back. They actually are just gonna go to C, giving Yubi no
30
chance
seconds
at all.
left.
Cover going out.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be able to get this plant down, it looks like.
Spike planted.
And it's all down
UW-Stout,
to Doobie.
they just keep on finding success everywhere on the side, everywhere across the map. Even when it looks bad, they still somehow manage to find success. As DeYoung is now gonna hear that, and Doobie, yeah, you're dead. 4-1 now the scoreline, and it seems Culver-Stockton probably have to. No, okay, they have money. Seems like they're gonna buy again.
Well, and I think that's what's happening to Culver-Stockton here is they're kind of being forced on that we buy, we save, we buy, we save kind of rotation. And what they really need to do if they want to turn this around is they need to win one of their buy rounds here. I mean, of course, it's always better to win a save round if you can, but I think that is going to be tough just looking at the state of things here
Bring them down.
on this
Exactly.
map even.
Yeah, in terms of what they need to do, they need to just get their ult economy on, they just need to get their ult economy right in a buy round. You need to have like 3 or 4 ults that will just turn the entire round in their favor, so that they might be able to get something in their favor, something rolling. Because just using 1 or 2 ults every couple rounds, it's not really gonna help. You need to combine those in order to really do some big damage.
Yeah, unfortunately for Culver-Stockton being put in this just kind of economy deficit um, round after round does make it pretty hard. I think they felt pretty good after that pistol round, and I know it was a close one, but probably hoping, at least when you win the first pistol, you expect to win the second one with that gun
30
advantage, but
seconds left.
just had a hard time.
Almost getting that. He almost gets the kill. He's not quite able to find it. As the we will now find the first one on the retake. And to half HP as De Jong is gonna wallbang him. Here's the trade immediately after finding a kill. Trade's coming, it's keeping on happening all across the board.
Enemy remaining.
Dealing with an aggressive play and SS2 lining up. 3k for De Jong as Stout to find the fifth. The fifth in a row actually. All Culver-Stockton have been able to find is the pistol round. They haven't been able to prove that they're able to do it with rifles at all.
Yeah, I mean, things are really not looking good here for Culver-Stockton. Unfortunately, even if they're able to turn over around here, not even going to put a dent in Stout's economy here.
I just watched Stout's map pick, so this might be one of the weaker maps for Culver-Stockton. They might have something prepared at map number 2, you never know. Or they might have something prepared for attack, because this is an attacker-sided map in my eyes. As UW-Stout are definitely agreeing with me on that.
Yeah, but I think part of this, what it has to do is UW-Stout, they just have this confidence and this like aggression that they take in their playstyle, which really works out well here on attack. And
One
I
enemy
can
remaining.
prove beneficial on defense sometimes, but they got to be careful that they're not just swinging into crosshairs and pushing out farther than they need to on
One
defense.
enemy remaining.
Yeah, definitely, and Reach is actually just finding a couple kills on the exit.
It
Vango's gonna die now
doesn't
too.
matter.
Is he? No? Oh yeah, he
Oh,
is.
so close, Wangle.
And at least that's all
Stockton,
of the UW-Stout players having to rebuy. If Culver-Stockton
Yeah,
are
and
able
I mean,
to
that's
find this
huge.
round, that might break the economy.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to. I mean, look how many credits they still have on board.
They need to, yeah, if they need to win 2 rounds in a row in order to break the economy. If they win this round right now, they should actually be able to come out in a pretty positive way going into the second half. But then they need to do it now. If not, then UW-Stout are just gonna run away with it. Where's Green? He seemed ready for that, just not able to hit the shot. It
Looks like
seems like
this
it's just gonna be a fast
they're
break away, but the
faking,
bomb isn't there.
but they're faking. No, I think they're faking and
Yeah.
trying to bait a rotation over to A.
Green isn't aware of Wango's spot.
But I think
And that's
with
gonna
that
put a
pick
huge question
now,
mark on A.
yeah, but I
I
think
know exactly
it
where
looks
you
like they're just kind of gonna wait that out. We see the ultimate come out for the side of UW-Stout. They know exactly where Culver-Stockton is. And they got those picks and they have site control here on A, so they are gonna bring that bomb back over. De Jong
before-
just is sort of lurking up through garage there, gonna try to reflank them.
Spike
Like-
planted.
Stockton all sort of bunched up at the CT side.
Yeah, while the plant was going on, there was a little bit. There was Omen and KO just taking info in middle. They weren't able to spot Jet, and Jet now coming in behind.
One enemy
In a
remaining.
little bit, but that doesn't even matter. As underside Breezy already cleans it, all of it up. UW-Stout once again, just unstoppable. Culver-Stockton,
Yeah.
they had to find that round and they're not able to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be tough for them. I have seen comebacks before. I've seen I've seen 111 come back, so anything is possible. But I will say it is going to be pretty difficult. It is an uphill battle here for Culver-Stockton.
It definitely is. I've had 111 comebacks against me. I've had them myself. They can be very
It feels a lot
frustrating.
better when you're on the
Yeah.
side that comes back after that than when it
It
happens
feels
to
very
you.
rewarding, usually.
It does feel very rewarding. It feels so good.
But if you lose them,
Ooh,
then
that
you
just feels
do
bad,
not
man.
want to be going into a map 2. You do not want to be playing another map after that. You just want to be done for the day and just be ready to think about what happened.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like bomb is down. It's a 3v2 here. Make that a 2v2. Doobie getting that pick there on Sammy. Three
Over
of
those
these
players in
players though are
CT, they could
so
actually...
low.
Yeah, one of the players could hold this. Or actually, oh, it's planted for CT. And Breach
And we're
not
gonna
coming
see
through.
that
That's
ult
not killed
coming
Baby.
right
Yeah.
out.
Singled out. There's nothing they can do.
Yeah, that brings
Breach
us to
just
a quick
making
1-8.
sure that they can't even win the round. Good usage of utility by UW-Stout, just making sure that nothing can happen there.
Yeah, I mean that was a good ult there. By Seep.
And
All right,
so far, I
Culver-Stockton
would
back on
definitely
that
be...
buy round.
So far, I would definitely be saying that Seep has really been the player on UW-Stout's side that has...
This should do.
I feel like he's been doing the most. He's just been flashing everyone in. He's been doing a lot of great stuns. And he himself has been doing a lot of franking too. A lot of what he just rewards in them winning the round. So far, if anyone deserves that interview, it might be Seep.
Well, we still have at least one more game ahead of us.
Or someone else might actually even show up even more. Or even if we go to a map 3. Someone might even just show up in the latest moment of map 3 and then just deserve an interview.
Yeah, I mean, I think as far as how we've been seeing these teams play so far, and the players here on UW-Stout, I think they're all deserving of an interview. I mean, I think they're playing well with each other. They're holding crosses. They're peeking off each other. They're trading, and I think there's a lot more team play coming out here on the side of UW-Stout. I mean, the util usage from them has been great.
I know exactly where you
All
are.
deserving. They're all deserving of one interview one day, at least. Because they're all just playing really well as a team.
Last player standing.
It isn't just individual showing up as Doobie. He's the individual that now is gonna have to step up for Culver-Stockton. Moving in towards the side, tapping the bomb, Breezy now spreading it out. And
Seep
Seep's gonna
just
be
coming
there.
up right behind.
Shows no mercy, headshots him from behind. He could have even knifed him, but he just doesn't even show mercy and immediately finishes it.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, so I do like what UW-Stout here kind of does. Because they're able to just round after round, you know, just kind of 3v2, 2v1. Whenever they play on this B site, we kind of see both of the two players standing left there, holding like a little bit off of those A and C links, which allows them to have like that nice little, not quite a cross because they're not on each other, but that's just with the bomb down, with that time running out, you run out of places. You can't clear both and get that diffuse off.
Yeah, exactly. They just really know how to play perfectly in those afterplant situations, just knowing how to exactly adapt to every single situation once that bomb goes down. And adapt to what the enemies do. Sanjay is now gonna... The trigger
Strike
discipline,
down.
he comes through and it's
One
gonna
enemy
reward him with
remaining.
3 kills. As Culver-Stockton finally seem to be able to find a round. The judge coming through massively as Green now has to find Young. Be Young. Left to
One
do it
enemy
all.
remaining.
Finds green, 1v1 now. Saint has already picked up that Phantom. He does have the health advantage, but not by much. Still has to hit every single one of the corners.
Oh.
Saint catching the timing, and that's gonna be a second round on the scoreboard. Culver-Stockton.
Last round before the
Something
switch.
that might actually happen here is the 3-9. If the 3-9 does happen, we might actually go into that 3-9 curse. You never
Yeah,
know.
so I have to ask TW, do you believe in the 3-9 curse?
I believe in all of those kind of like superstitions, like the caster curse,
The caster
3-9
curse? Ah,
curse.
so are we right now cursing the
It
3-9
could
curse?
definitely be. Yeah. We could be doing that. But I
Well,
believe in all of
that's
them.
okay. That is okay with me, because that just means if we curse the curse, that just means this is an easy closeout for UW-Stout here. In
Spike down.
Breezy
A.
gets that pick on green, although Version there to clean that up and pick up that trade for.
No, the A immediately coming through. Version is gonna have to do it.
We have
Just
that
about gets out. Okay.
fatal coming out.
He had to get out there. He has his ultimate. He's gonna make sure to be able to use it now.
Spike planted.
You don't want to be dead if you have the ultimate, of course.
I mean, if Fade's ulting, you don't want to be anywhere near there. Especially when you know they're rushing.
He's not able to find anything with it now.
One did get spotted though.
Get out of my way!
Spotted himself on the way.
And DeYoung finds one with the
Really
knives
cursed
there.
him. I think I might really have cursed him.
One enemy remaining. One enemy
Seems
remaining.
like UW-Stout are gonna
As
be
a
able to pull it
1v1,
through. Sammy not
but-
peeking out, yeah.
Yes, 10-2 here.
Yeah,
Switching
the curse
sides.
coming through. I don't even know how I'm able to do it. It's something I didn't mention to tell you a little bit ago is that whenever the caster curse does happen, it always happens to me.
Oh, so
in terms of
you
skill
are
stuff,
the cursed caster.
Yeah, it's stuff like that always happens to me. So I did kind of curse him for a reason there. UW-Stout, they're gonna just clean it up real quick. They're gonna win this pistol and then it's gonna be a quick win. Quick 13-2. Or at least that's what I believe they're gonna do. What do you believe?
Yeah, I think with that last round there, I think UW-Stout pretty much solidified their win here on Haven. We'll have to see how the pistol round goes though, because they didn't do too well in the pistol, but it doesn't matter if you can turn around that save the next time. So, but of course now they're on defense.
Yeah, defense being the weakest side on this map. In my eyes, at least. At least if we're going by what we saw earlier on, this should be the weaker side. So we might
Well, or
actually
is
even be able to see
Culver-Stockton just the
Culver-Stockton.
weaker team?
Yeah,
Only
that could
time
be
will
too.
tell.
And Breezy's still not hearing the steps coming through. This side should be fully free. Breezy not hearing it. He's gonna call all of his teammates to come over. But he himself cannot do anything. So we have to
Spike
wait.
planted.
They found my wire.
I mean, it's hard when you don't really have the weaponry to do anything. But then again, neither do your opponents.
Yes, and very free teammates is always better. Reach now flashing himself through the
Player
smoke.
standing.
Dairy play, but it works out. As his teammates are going to be able to be there and back him up. Finally, Culver-Stockton finding another pistol once again. This time UW-Stout, they're on defense. Last time around they were on attack, they were able to find a bomb plant. So they had a little bit of a better weaponry because of that extra bonus money. Now they're just going to have to deal with a frenzy, a shorty perhaps, a couple shorties maybe. And some upgraded armor. Not really.
Yeah,
anything
but
to work
last time this happened, UW-Stout were able to turn around the round, just with that share with the being able to recover a weapon there after that and give it to your teammate.
with. Definitely.
Oh, and the shorty in the
Super
smoke, just not able to happen green. just getting Steve
Breezy
there with
gives away
that.
his position. That's so unfortunate.
Spectre.
I wouldn't have done that if I was him. Gonna die in just a second. Vision coming through with a flash, and yeah, nothing he can do against two Spectres.
No, and you know what? This is typically how we see that second pistol round go. I think I wouldn't say like this is not at the fault of Stout at all. Stockton has the superior weaponry. They were able to do it last time, which was just, I mean, huge. But
Yeah,
Sammy,
last time around
not
they
gonna
just
be able
had
to do
more
much.
money. Yeah, it was just the fact of last time around they had more money, or they had more money to go for weaponry, and they were on attack. If you're on attack, you can just
Well,
decide
they
where to go
saved.
for.
I mean, they bought up a little bit,
Of
but I
course.
mean that was mostly a save last round as well.
What they did really well on attack is just
Sammy's
search out
just
one
hoping
player
to
and run
get
them over.
some exit
Player
frags here.
standing.
Not able to get one. Did dink KO there, but not gonna be good enough. And that's gonna be a flawless second round there.
Dice the bomb too.
Well, I think you want to die to the bomb there, right? You get more money.
Yeah, why not? Why not give the? Why
Well,
not
you
make
don't
sure that
have,
the enemies don't
especially
get any
you don't
money?
have a weapon. You're trying to save. Might as well get
Yeah.
that death money, so you can buy up
Exactly.
next.
And just to make sure not to give the enemy any extra money.
Mm-hmm.
If you just die by that bomb, the enemies aren't gonna get any bonus money for killing you. Doobie with that wallbang blind. Is he just gonna be able to do anything? Sammy just not jumping in it. It's Culver-Stockton, they seem to be interesting in middle. And Garrus especially as Green already moving, slithering his way in, not making any footsteps at all. Cypher's cam is positioned for Garage, but he's not on it at the moment. So he hasn't spotted out any of the players. Oh, he actually is on it. He might have spotted out that Phoenix. Sammy does seem to be aware. They're now inching their way in closer. KO is now coming through.
What a
Breezy
great
going out
ult
of the
to invest, but
smoke. What a
Breezy
spray down.
goes huge there with 3. But it looks like they're trying to get that res back up, and they do get it. Still a 4v3 here.
Still,
Spike
finding
planted.
2 kills there is massive.
Yeah, I mean,
Being
that was
able
an
to stop that plan
incredible
from
spray
coming in a
down.
bit. Yeah. Being able to stop that plan from coming in a little bit, making sure that all of your teammates are there once the plan
One
comes down
enemy
is really
remaining.
huge as well. It's not UW-Stout, they're on for the retake and they're gonna take it quite easily. Doesn't seem like they had any problems there, they just ran over those last players.
Yeah, I mean, they did have that gun advantage there, but Culver-Stockton really needed to win that round if they wanted to have a chance, I think,
And they do have money
at
now,
winning.
but from now on they cannot lose a single round. If they lose one more round, then it should basically be over.
Yeah,
Or
I
at
mean, I
least
think it
I
already
think.
basically is. But again, we've said it. We've seen comebacks
I
from
don't want to
worse
be the
before.
biased caster here. I always want to try to keep it a little bit. Maybe they're able to do it like the comeback story, you know?
The biased
the
caster? I'm not
Nah,
biased. I'm just speaking facts. UW-Stout
Yeah,
has
you
this
those are definitely facts, yeah.
Green able to
wanting
get
prove
one there
it
with
might
that
be wrong.
ult.
He wants to prove that might be wrong, but those flash might not even be fast just yet.
Yeah, oh, crashes himself though. Doesn't check the corner, but it doesn't matter. St. J sees Wangle there.
And now the A-bomb side is just going to be taken, and there's only 2 players left on that UW-Stout side. Actually, make it 3 on Culver-Stockton. The retake could be on you. See, down to 41 HP. He's going to be able to stun those players in that short position. Flash not coming through, but Breezy not able to provide off it.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, Seep. Oh, that's so unfortunate. He just misses the box, and that's gonna cost him his life. puts it all in the hands of Breezy as he's now gonna have to get into shorties. Looks like St. Jeb. No ammo left in the rifle, has to go for the pistol, and St. Jeb cleans it up. 5 on the scoreboard for Culver-Stockton. That might force UW-Stout on a little bit. Okay, they're gonna be able to buy, not really too much, yeah. They're gonna have to go for a little bit of a save, it seems like.
Well, and I think that's the right call, but you know what? They're 6 rounds ahead here. They can do that.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, Culver-Stockton really, really needed that last round.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm glad UW-Stout are putting the save immediately right now. Just to make sure that that they're able to put an end to Culver-Stockton really quickly with better weaponry. And that they just don't force up and buy worse weaponry. Which usually it doesn't really work out if you find worse weaponry. Better to just go for a full buy round and make sure that you have everything that you need.
Yeah, and it looks like, again, UW-Stout, we're on the half buy, but they're only down 1 man. But Culver-Stockton making the call to just, hey, let's rotate over to C. And they're gonna pretty much have this free site here.
Yep, no one really contesting them. A couple shots coming out from C,
but C not, just not able to get that crosshair on that head there. Down to 5 HP. But
So
you know
he
what?
has
Last time Stout was on like a huge save. D-Young with that sheriff came in clutch.
Yeah, actually, you never know. He has seemed like someone that's able to hit those headshots. As Vago now hits one for himself. Not gonna be down to Breezy now shooting some shots. Over this player's low HP. D-Young, can you hit anything? No. Yoshin cleans it up. 6 now on the scoreboard. But that was pretty much expected. UW-Stout should be able to buy now. And hopefully they get a... Okay, they actually take a timeout. I love that. Taking a little timeout, trying to speak over what you can do better. And
well, also,
is there anything that you might think that they need to do better?
I mean, what I personally think is that this timeout is being called to stop the momentum that Culver-Stockton has kind of... sort of built up over these last couple rounds. UW-Stout is going to be on that buy here. And we saw the attacking half. I mean, it was 10-2. We know they have it in them. I think maybe just regrouping a little, but I think the biggest thing is just stopping that momentum. If UW-Stout can get their next round here on the board now, rather than later, it's going to make it a lot harder for Culver-Stockton going into that match point.
Yeah, exactly. Culver-Stockton currently they're just riding that road. They're on the high road. They're feeling good about themselves. They're finding success. And UW-Stout, they have to do something in order to switch it up a little bit. Hopefully, what I want to see them do is take it aggressive a little bit. Go for a pick somewhere on the map, and go for some aggression. That could really help you find a kill or two, and that could snowball into an easy round 1 and an easy map point before Culver-Stockton can really snowball these couple rounds 1 into something that could be dangerous.
And that's the hardest thing about this game.
Exactly. Yeah, D does it immediately. He already finds the
Sammy
first.
knows that they're mid here. I'm gonna try to hold garage. I'm not quite sure if they were spotted there by that Silver truck.
I think they spotted him. I'm not mistaken. At least they were shooting towards him. They might have just taken the door. But at least Seep is here to back him up, to make sure that they can't just push in and run him over. I always like seeing a double garage setup, because that garage player can always roll over towards B, as he's doing right now. Because the B player should be coming in.
Oh, D-Young!
Gets
3! Oh! One out of there, gets 4! D-Young, insane!
And from Yace, but Sammy's gonna steal it from him.
But you know what? That's okay because
UW-Stout onto match
that
point.
brings this game to match
point.
Dion going crazy there.
Exactly. And
Culver-Stockton have to win 6 in a row just to bring it to overtime now.
Dion just stepping up and when it matters. Finding every single one of those heads, even through the smoke. He finds it. It wasn't even like he was spraying on someone's body, he just immediately hits the heads through the smoke. As it seems like he's just turned on an aim dot.
Cage trigger.
But he might have to do it once again. Culver-Stockton, they did come pretty close. It did have to come down to an individual in this. And now just gonna run in to see.
Yeah, and look at that.
Immediately backing up already.
Wingle hit pretty badly there, but doesn't matter. Is able to make it out alive, and that keeps us a 5v5. UW-Stout wants to finish this out now. So we can move on to split.
They found my wire.
Yeah, they want to move on to split and they want to move on to it right now. Culver-Stockton, they might still have to. They might still have some back left. Adobe already able to find the first reshot coming through with a second one right after he hits. He pops out his ultimate. Culver-Stockton, they're on their way to finding another one, but Seep wants to put a stick in between it.
Bring them down.
I'm now ticking down slowly.
One enemy remaining.
Just 2 players left. Yergin and Green cleaning it up nicely. 7 on the scoreboard. Culver-Stockton find one more, but is it too late? It might just be too late. As UW-Stout, I think they should have another buy left in the tank.
Yeah,
Yes,
and it looks
they do.
like they do, and it's going to come out here. And I think we're gonna see DeYoung here invest into that ult there. If DeYoung is able to get 4 here with the knives, ugh, that would just be incredible.
I will give him the award for MVP, personally, if he gets that. I will go over to his home and give it personally. I'll make a little trophy.
Oh, you will?
Yeah, I'll make a little trophy with like DeYoung on it and then like a headshot symbol.
DeYoung deserves it, but not even able to get one. Doobie gets that pick on DeYoung there. Oh, so unfortunate.
Not able to continue his reign. As Culver-Stockton, they want to continue. They want to continue and put another round on the scoreboard. And closing in on UW-Stout. Bit by bit. Easy now. Here's those steps. Here's the flash.
Good for 2.
And him waiting a little bit, letting his teammate go. It worked out.
No, I mean, that was so smart. Couldn't be able to get that plant down. 2v3 here.
It seems like that KO is down to 1 HP.
Last player standing.
Oh, but not able to get it, Yergin. Getting it Wingle there in the end, but not without taking quite a lot of damage there.
My ult is ready.
Finds the first, there's still 1 on
Oh, sees the second. Oh, wait.
Sammy! Gets it somehow!
It's our time! Sammy! Holy! Let's go!
That's how you end the map.
Clutch.
An
Oh
insane
Defenders win.
clutch there by Sammy at the end, bringing this map 7-13. UW-Stout feeling good as we move into split, I am sure.
Yeah, Culver-Stockton still able to at least do something, at least do a little bit of damage, not or not show that they're not just a team that is so easy to roll over. Their 8 rounds was still decent, but it was in the end it was just individual players taking it over and absolutely stomping it. We saw DeYoung and then we saw I'm sorry. Who
Oh
was it
my
again?
goodness, DeYoung, Sammy there at the end though.
yeah,
I mean,
DeYoung
what
and
an
Sammy,
insane clutch to
Yeah, we
just
saw them
finish
coming
that
through
game
massively. That
out.
was absolutely insane.
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible, and I think, I mean, I'm excited for split personally. I mean, I think we have some good things coming up here. I don't know. I'm excited to see what kind of team comp they run. But then again, Culver-Stockton there though. Um, I mean, they started turning it up there on their attacking half, so I wouldn't count them out just yet. I think 7-13 is a little bit closer than UW-Stout was hoping to end that. So we are going to go into a quick break here to let the players get ready for the next map on Split. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you guys all got some water stretched to your legs because we are getting ready to go into map 2. Those of you who are just joining us now, we just saw UW-Stout completely take over Haven there. Culver-Stockton lost that one 7-13. So UW-Stout has to be feeling good about that one. But we are getting ready to go into Split. TW, what are you excited to see going into Split?
I'm excited to see what Culver-Stockton have to bring this time around. On the Haven, they seem really weak on defense. Now they're gonna be starting out on defense and Split once again. On Split though, defense is the better side to start on. So I'm excited to see if they now can get a good start going into the second map, or if it's once again just gonna be UW-Stout taking over and absolutely dominating. Something I'm really happy to see is Yufa is picking that Astra.
Yeah, and it looks like they are on Astra. You're one of your favorite agents on your least favorite map.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You can
It
say it
looks
like
like,
that.
yeah, yeah. Oh, but Green coming out with that Reyna pick, you don't see that a lot in this organized gameplay here. Although those of you who solo queue or play a lot of comp, I'm sure you've seen a lot of Reynas in your games. But yeah, we don't see that too often here in these sort of tournament settings. So I'm really excited for that pick coming out.
Yeah, and these are just two completely opposite comp setups in my eyes. You have on the UW-Stout side, you have a double controller, double duelist, and a initiator. So those controllers are going to be able to control the map really well for the duelist and the initiator to go in and get kills and take map control. And over on the Culver-Stockton side, you have more of a versatile kind of setup with the Cypher, the Omen, the Sage, the Reyna, and the initiator. It's all just it's just a more versatile and safe setup. But if UW-Stout really are ready here, I think they're just going to be able to run over Culver-Stockton.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I think that's pretty risky. Some of these, especially that Reyna pick there for Culver-Stockton, they were not having an okay time there. Map 1, but this is a new map. Our different sides, different picks, so I think it's okay here. But UW-Stout, that double controller, I mean, I'm sure that's gonna show just how beneficial it can be for them. You know, who needs a sentinel, right?
I'll take A. Yeah, exactly. Who needs a sentinel?
If you're UW-Stout, who needs it? Dion getting that first pick
Spike.
on Yurgen, but Doobie trading that right out. Still a 4v4.
4v4, it's something to work with for Culver-Stockton. At least it's not a 5v4. But it's still a big hill to climb.
It was Sammy. Okay, you face
Clean headshot.
3v2 here. Bomb is down.
Last player standing.
Both of the players getting closer, but the setup is there. UW-Stout taking that first round. And both of the controllers staying alive.
And not only their first round of split, but this has been their first pistol round all series.
Yeah, that's interesting. Finally finding some success on the pistol. Maybe Hagen was just not that map.
You know what? It was close. The first one was really close.
Yeah, definitely.
Got it down to that 1v1 there at the end, but Doobie just kind of won out there.
Doobie just took it.
Yeah.
Shadows traveling.
But of course, we'll have to see if once again we might just see a second round converse. Saint J and Reach, they seem to have a little bit of an interesting setup. Problem here is though they have shorties, and that's a bit far of a range for shorties. Depending on where those attackers pick out from, this guy's just gonna spot it, or she's gonna spot the first. But the second one not spotted.
Just got caught there with a util out. That's unfortunate. Saw exactly where that paranoia came
Enemy
from.
remaining.
And just perfectly cleared by UW. Anything at all. Second round found, no problem. Culver-Stockton, they didn't even seem dangerous there.
We definitely killed them.
Definitely gonna have to seem dangerous this round, as this is their buy round. They're now will be buying rifles.
Here.
As UW-Stout's side is all of them are still onto those Spectres. It's a full side of Spectres, but that means that they will save up a whole lot of money for the next round, no matter if they win.
Yeah, I mean, their decision to bonus here, definitely the correct one. And I mean, judging by how UW-Stout has been playing, I think they can turn this over with that bonus and recover some guns, although Yurgen gets that first pick there with a Guardian.
Yeah, Breezy though, he's able to find one. That's at least something going in their way. Doobie now finding a wallbang. Yeah, Breezy, he was only able to find one kill, but it cost him a lot of HP.
Unfortunately, Spike is down here and knows The last two are. UT's has Spike here.
And
But
he
they're
has
just
two
kind
Astra
of.
Stars to work with. Something I'm really always interested to see when watching an Astra is how many Astra Stars they have left and if they really use them. Because he has them here, and yes, he immediately puts them to use whenever they start taking
One
something.
enemy remaining.
When
Spike
Bullshit
down
doesn't really
A.
care. Behind the smoke, peeks out and hits those shots with the Guardian. Cleans it up without a single problem. Okay, at least that's one on the board for Culver-Stockton. At least they're able to find one defend around. They already got half of what they got last defender half.
Yeah, and we are. This is going to be our first round of this game. With full buys on each side. So this rifle round, I think, is really going to give us an idea of like the pace of the game we'll have moving forward.
Exactly, as we just see this default Sage wall in middle, the default attacker's just destroying it. And then over towards B we see some action too. As that ultimate orb is just gonna be picked up. That's gonna put Raze one more closer to that ultimate, and that ultimate can just be a run winner. UW-Stout just poking around, trying to see where they can find the entries. Green, it seems to have crashed. And it seems like Culver-Stockton called for that timeout.
Cover going out.
And he immediately gets taken out by Dion. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think we will be taking that pause after this round to get that player back in, but it's always unfortunate when that happens.
Exactly, but meanwhile over
In
on
the
B,
middle of the round.
Last player
UW-Stout
standing.
mercilessly taking over the
30
round.
seconds
Dion
left.
mercilessly destroying all of those Culver-Stockton players. All left down to the Omen.
Shadows traveling.
Yeah, all down to St. J here. That smoke up and playing silently, but again, UW-Stout having those three players is going to be able to hold some crosses. Doesn't matter. D Young, yep. Gonna find that last pick there on St. J.
I think we might have found the MVP for tonight. De Jong is hitting every single head he sees. He doesn't miss for a second.
Yeah, I mean, D Young is just, man, incredible. But while we're in this quick break, some of you may have noticed a little bit of a roster change here. We brought a new phase on the Astra, and she just like, she's just so insane. I've had the pleasure of watching her quite a few times. And just what an incredible player. So excited to have her in this next match here on Split. We are again taking a short little break, just as we wait to get that player back in this lobby. But TW, what do you think? I don't know. What do you think Culver-Stockton really has to do going into these next few rounds to just solidify themselves, get a couple rounds on the board here?
I think they have to be more proactive around the map, try to find a little bit of map control, maybe find a pick or two, maybe even fight for those ultimate orbs, as that could of course help you win a round really easily, as we're now once again back into the game. The player that DC'd once again connecting, and Culver-Stockton on a bit of a weaker buy, but they do seem to force into it.
Get out of my way!
It's just so fun, I think, to watch Cyphers on Split.
Yeah, exactly. Cypher's on Split is so useful.
Ooh, Green gets one, tries to dismiss out,
Cover going out.
but
You forget
just
that he
got
can't
stuck. But
dismiss
doesn't
him
matter.
now.
Got that pick on Diyoung, but it is still a 3v2 here now. Oh, just walked right in backwards, but gets immediately traded out. And once again, all down to this Omen here.
And they know where he plays, so they immediately just rotate over to that B bomb site, know that they can plant it there, and that they can just play it safely. Skydog now coming through for that
Spike
spot,
planted.
gives them the info, confirming their thoughts. As Saint J now has a creeping closer steps now heard. He has a lot of utility. He might have something to play with, and this is an easier situation in my mind than the other
Shadows
one.
traveling.
The other one was a 3 versus 1, okay. That's really losable. That's really hard to do, but this one, it's winnable. Smokes the bomb. Astro stars are
This
on there,
one,
so
but
the
there's
sub
gonna
coming
be
through
a
now.
concuss and a sec there.
And the smoke even disappears on him, giving himself away for Seep to finish up. And for UW to find a 4th on the scoreboard. Culver-Stockton, I don't quite know how they are in terms of their economy for this round. I think, yeah, they should be good in terms of buying once again. This time around, they do have a couple ultimates to play with, but something that we do have to admire with them, they do not have any really good ultimates to just turn around the entire round. For example, UW-Stout have a Viper ultimate, a Sky ultimate, and a Raze ultimate. Those are all rounded within ultimates. Saint J hits a round-winning shot. What was that?
Yeah,
He just hits a one-tap with the Guardian. That was so clean.
Found one.
and again down to a 4v4 here. Yurgen just clearing out back there. Not spot anybody though.
Rotate's gonna come through. Steps being hurt though, I think. Not quite yet.
Yeah, well, Sage is there. He's holding that mid, but
She still has a wall.
Flash got him. Yeah, and she put it up there.
Slow orbs available too, so she's gonna be able to get a lot of time away.
At least
Exactly
just
the
try to
same.
wait for that team to rotate. But Green, in the smoke there, saw the re-rotation, but DeYoung screen off there in the end. Gonna be another hit 8.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, bomb site has now been taken. And
Spike
coming
planted.
through 3 Astro ult and Scouts, or both available for UW-Stout, and both of them coming through immediately. That's gonna give them a lot of info. And DeYoung, he's on for the early flank. Look at this. He might have hit the perfect timing.
Last player standing.
It seems like there's only one
Oh,
player
she's
left.
no you.
You face
Oh, DeYoung gets it. You face just kind of like ring around the rosy there.
yeah, just making sure that DeYoung can
Got it?
come in there, make sure that he
No
can peek.
playoff contact. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I really like seeing this UW-Stout side do. They are just so good at playing together and making sure that Culver-Stockton do not get a single chance at all. They're not given a single chance, especially against DeYoung. He's already on 12 kills. That's more kills than the top 3 of Culver-Stockton's players combined.
Yeah, Sammy is gonna invest that boombot there to just get rid of those cipher traps. The dog is gonna be hit by those as well.
Cage triggered.
Samish is immediately gonna be able to take this out.
Ooh, yep. Sammy
His reach.
gets one. Sees the other 2 heaven, I think. DeYoung,
Enemy remaining.
yep.
Once
All
again,
down
no
here to
chances.
green. But you know, if any agent can just like pull out this 1v4, it's Reyna.
Planted.
She has ult. Not sure if it's gonna be invested here, but if but only has a judge.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna try to go for it. But
No, I think she's just gonna wait for some exit frags here. Although, yeah, and all her teammates' guns are just.
Yeah,
Well,
just
too
go for an
low.
exit frag or 2. Maybe pick up a rifle.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
Well, I think that's the plan. Looks like they're gonna. Is DeYoung gonna walk out in here? Gonna check though, and DeYoung gets it. Okay,
No
all
problem. Even the
right.
judge is no problem for him. If that was me against a judge, I would be dead. No matter what.
But we're not
I hate that
Diyoung.
Yeah, we're not DeYoung. DeYoung is an absolutely insane individual. 14 kills. He just doesn't stop. I think every single round he's just gotten a kill or two. He just doesn't miss at all.
No, I mean Diyoung is just insane.
But of course, that entire UW-Stout side has been setting him up for it. It's a team effort, and DeYoung is just
Oh,
providing
saw
the
green there in
evidence.
vents. Yep.
Bomb buddy out.
On the Culver-Stockton side, the ult economy, it seems to be pretty good, but not really game-winning ultimate. UW-Stout though, they do have two of those. Viper and the Race ultimate, both of those should be really powerful.
I'm just gonna go out and say I think Viper has even with the nerfs, the strongest ultimate in the game.
I will agree on you with that. Viper's ultimate is just so valuable, locking down the sides.
And speaking of, it looks like we're gonna see it invested here on this A site. Bomb not over here yet, but Viper is. Breezy, I mean, completely cuts off all that line of sight. But Diyoung gonna hold any drops.
Spike down A.
It's just, that's gonna drop Super. Super's a bomb carrier. 3 and
Spike
5.
planted.
Luckily Viper's still alive. Luckily that ult is still there.
And plant
That's
is gonna
the
go
only thing
down.
you really want to do. Sammy is still alive too. She still has that brace ult. And the brace ult should be a guaranteed kill. Or it should at least be a guaranteed amount of time that those defenders don't come in for the rotate. So now it's just up to those very last two. They've turned it back from a 5 versus 3 into a 2 versus 3.
Well, 2
player
versus 2
standing.
now. But it doesn't matter. They're running out of time.
Episode. Yeah, exactly. Breezy. Oh, the Viper ultimate. is
Gonna
running
let
out now
that
too.
ult go down.
One enemy remaining.
Diffuse now
Oh,
coming through,
doesn't
gets the
get
kill
saved,
on
but
the
doesn't matter
diffuser.
because there's not going to be enough time for the diffuse. What a great round. Well played, UW-Stout. I mean,
Yeah.
that was
That was just
insane.
perfectly played by Breezy though. If the fact that
Yeah.
he kills the one player that's defusing the bomb, just right before he gets killed, it makes sure that he wins that round.
But
If he
that's what
doesn't
you
kill
have to
that
do.
one player,
And
it's over.
exactly. And unfortunately, St. J just looking the wrong direction and makes it a lot easier there for Breezy with that pick on green.
Yeah, exactly. There's just so much for Sanjay to do there. What can you do if you're him? You just have to watch left and right. And unfortunately for him, it just doesn't turn out in his favor. As once again, UW-Stout continuing the attack. Split.
Yeah, and it's like Stout saw 2 there in heaven.
Exactly. And something I really love seeing him do is just taking the time, letting Culver-Stockton make those mistakes. As Sanjay is the first one to make one. And it's gonna cost him his life immediately.
They found my wire.
And I've actually just cost the B bomb site entirely.
Spike
I
planted.
think Stockton just gonna kind of wait to regroup and so they can peek together, but
She might be running into someone.
green.
Oh, both of those players. It's now a 3-on-3. This is possible. Rifles picked
yeah,
up.
gonna be able to get those guns and get sight.
Viper and Ray still alive. That's so much utility in order to extend the bomb from being defused. And I don't think there's a way back into this. Ray's mate should be coming through. That's a lot of damage. And
Yeah,
there's
they're just gonna
nothing-
run away with those rifles they picked up.
Exactly. This is a couple rifles picked up, but it's not a round one, and it's not something Culver-Stockton can really be happy with. As I'm wondering when we'll see them take a timeout, when we'll see them take a breather and talk about what they've been doing wrong.
Yeah, I mean, Now might be the time I would invest that time out. I would think coming into round 10 here. Only 12 rounds in the half.
Exactly. Something UW-Stout did in their last game once it started going a little bit bad for them in that second half. And it worked out for
Well,
them.
exactly,
They're not taking advantage
exactly.
of it. Yeah. It's something that a lot of teams don't use, but it's such a powerful tool for an IGO to just talk over it with your teammates. Culver-Stockton don't seem to think that is...
Spike planted.
Rapid trains are finding 4-on-4 on the retake, do be finding another one to entry, and rest now coming through too. 5-on-3, Culver-Stockton seem to be heading towards a good round. DeYoung once again finding everything he needs to find. U-Face, she's there too.
Ooh,
she's
U-Face.
gonna
Oh,
hit
she
one
got
with
the,
C.
yeah, okay. U-Face and
They're just
sweep
cleaning
and
it
seep.
up.
Seep, more like sweep. Way to sweep that round right up.
And Culver-Stockton, it seems like a lot of these rounds, they seem to be finding a good footing. They seem to be finding a 5 versus 3 or a 4 versus 3. But then it just slips through their fingers bit by bit. The individuals of UW-Stout just start stepping up and they start taking those kills. And the trading by those last players is always done so great. And I just love seeing it. I just love seeing this team play.
You want to fight it?
It seems like they're so synchronized with each other. And it just makes them seem unstoppable.
Bomb buddy out.
Culver-Stockton have to win this next round. I mean, they really do if they want a shot.
And then once again, one going down before any kills are found across the scoreboard. But when that bomb goes down, UW-Stout opens up the scoreboard and immediately makes it a 5 versus 3 as reach. Even he finds some damage with that Spectre, should be able to pick up a rifle.
Your fault.
Ooh, DeYoung
DeYoung
gets
on
one, but
six.
not the other one.
Clean shot by Doobie though, this could be a little bit dangerous. The Astra Star is there for the sub.
Ooh, isn't gonna clear reach.
Last
Oh,
player
but
standing.
the Sage roll, depending on how much ammo there's left. Nah, okay, there's no time. If those players both were low on ammo and they weren't able to destroy that wall, could have been
Last round
a
in the
chance.
half.
You know
Could
what?
have been a universe.
I did see the vision there, but the follow through was just not quite there from Culver-Stockton. But the vision, I mean, unfortunately, UW-Stout, well, I mean, fortunately for them, but unfortunately for Culver-Stockton, their post plant, I mean, if you're Culver-Stockton, what you need to be doing is denying that plant. Because once they get that plant down, it's over. DeYoung, also, an operator? Okay.
Yeah, an attack even. I was thinking that we were gonna see one on defense. If we were even gonna get that far, I don't even think we are. And now here on attack, that's interesting to see. He does have his knights though. So he has something similar to a rifle that he can always use as a backup. But regionally, with his actual rifle, he put out that wall. Breezy tries to get in behind it early. Reach in that corner is ready for it. And once again, immediately trades coming through. It's just these UW-Stout are just so strong on that trade.
Spike down B.
This time DeYoung will have to do with it.
Gets
He
one,
goes out
gets
onside
two.
and what?
Oh, through the smoke.
How?
They just
DeYoung,
went
are you
like 2v2,
cheating?
2v2. DeYoung gets another
Are
one.
you cheating,
Okay.
DeYoung? What are you
DeYoung,
doing here?
gonna get
Spike
that
planted.
plant down.
I want to see his config after this. This man is doing absolutely insane, hitting every single shot. He's on fire, and Doobie, do you have an answer back?
I don't think he does. Oh, wait, maybe? Oh, but U-Phase is right
U-Phase
there,
is
and
there
he's
to
not
clean it
gonna
up,
be
yeah.
able to contest her.
Switching
Exactly,
sides.
you
That
face just there
brings-
to clean it up, make sure
so-
that nothing
oh.
happens.
111.
I think
should probably play
I
some
think
stars
I
in
for
the
sure know
astral
who's
plane.
gonna get the MVP for today. It's definitely gonna be De Jong. The shots he's been hitting today, it's absolutely insane. His aim is on par with some of the best, and he's proving it.
I mean, I think DeYoung is one of the, I mean, this whole team. I mean, it is just a pleasure watching them play. They play well off of each other. They play well with each other.
Out. Need that back.
And you know what? I think that might be the difference between Culver-Stockton here and UW-Stout is it looks a lot like UW-Stout are just playing so well as a team, and Culver-Stockton just keep getting in these like 1v1, 1v3s, like just peeking into multiple people and not playing off each other's contact. I think they're just getting a little scared. But Green gets that first pick on Sammy. Huge. Ooh, 5v3. This is exactly what Stout needs. But
Last player standing.
all down to DeYoung here. Not able to do it. But if anyone could have gotten 4 there, it's DeYoung.
Yeah, exactly. And something UW-Stout definitely is very good at is just their basics of team play. Basics of how they play off each other and what kind of distancing they have, and the plays they made together with each other, making sure that everyone is just there to be traded. And that's something that they're so strong at doing, and that's really just the basics of being a great team. And I think Culver-Stockton, they have to work on that a bit more in the future. But once they do that, they can definitely be a great team, and once they do that, they can definitely come back and maybe even fight, really put up a fight against UW-Stout. But that day shouldn't be today. So they might put up a little bit of a fight, trying a couple rounds. UW-Stout opting for an eco, and they're getting cleaned up bit by bit. Young left alone on the side with a shorty, creeping his way a bit closer, still staying silent.
Spike
Being
planted.
spotted out just yet, that might grant him a little bit.
Last
free
player
kill.
standing.
Okay, just
Down to you, FaZe. Is she gonna be able to get one? She has to die for money. Do you know where she is?
She's just gonna go for a little bit of a peek, and that's it. Doesn't find anything, but it doesn't really matter anyways. Now UW-Stout immediately calling a timeout, immediately talking over what they want to do this round in order to just close it out. I love what they're doing here. They just seem like a solid team that is prepared and that knows when to take timeouts, that knows how to play with each other and how to make the most out of each other as players.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. We are seeing this timeout come out here. I'm surprised it's UW-Stout calling a timeout and it wasn't Culver-Stockton that last half. But, I mean, this is, again, I think they're just talking about, hey, how are we going to finish this out? They're just going to take that extra time. It's going to have rifles here.
And especially since they have so many rounds to play with, they might even be thinking of switching it up, doing something out of the ordinary. Something they maybe even have prepared in practice before, but something we might have not seen before. Hopefully they're gonna do that, but I'm not quite sure, as it seems like we have 3 players over towards that A-bomb side. And that seems to be the right guess.
Yeah, but I mean, well,
Cover going out.
I mean,
Especially putting DeYoung there. As long as you put DeYoung where the enemies are going, you should be.
or
Spike
you FaZe.
down A.
She's good for 3 here. Okay. FaZe is insane. And Breezy just cleans that right up. Okay, that was so incredibly clean.
Match
I
point.
thought we were gonna see a little bit more by Culver-Stockton, but this just seems a bit desperate, a bit hopeless, unfortunately. Culver-Stockton, they're on their last foot. What can you do?
I mean, you have to buy up as much as you can, but I mean, there's a long, long road ahead of them. They have to win 9 rounds in a row just to make it to overtime.
Yeah. If last game was a little hill to climb in terms of making a comeback,
Toxins going up.
this hill is like climbing Mount Everest.
Have you ever climbed Mount Everest? Would you?
No,
Would you
in
ever
my
climb Mount
dreams.
Everest?
No, definitely not. Have you seen the survival rate? No. I don't think I would want to risk my life to climb a mountain. The view will be nice, definitely. As UW-Stout, they seem to be having a nice view. Towards this win. Inching their way closer and closer, 4 and 3 now. Culver-Stockton finding a couple kills, but it's getting closer and closer towards the UW-Stout
Oh, Green
win.
gets that pick off Sammy.
There.
At least they're fighting back. Something is happening here.
They are, but you know what? It's Diyoung and
Last
Yuffie,
player
so if anyone
standing.
can do it, it's those two. All down to Yuffie's here.
Got a target.
Was the young
Blasting them.
indeed.
Is
She
she?
was showing up a bit earlier. But Green,
Yeah, but Green.
he now closes it down for himself.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty tough there
I want
for
their life,
Yuffie's.
not yours.
I think she could have done it easily. But you know, I think that's tough. I think.
Yeah, it's just tough.
But I
luck.
think you know what? I think they did okay. Diyoung bringing that op back to a glass operator coming
Yes,
out here for
please.
Diyoung.
I love seeing
Okay.
I love seeing operators being played, and the way Diyoung has been playing so far, I really want to see his operator being played.
Oh, Sammy's just gonna post up. Oh, if they come.
That's interesting.
And it looks
Yeah,
like they are
project
inching up
reference.
mid. Oh, they saw Steve. They saw Steve.
Yeah, but that's meant to be. They meant to see Seed there, I think. Seed
Oh,
can just
but they're gonna see
Oh.
Sammy. Oh, unfortunate. Ooh.
making sure that they clear that out. Seed right there is just there to bait and make sure that they think, okay, there's a rifle standing there, and there's not a judge standing in the corner. But luckily the dog comes out, and it clears the judge player, make sure that they know about him. 'Cause you never want to run into that. That weapon can be so devastating.
Yeah, although apparently not if you're young.
Spike planted.
It's a tricky fight. Race through left, right, and center. UW-Stout now finding their way
Blocking vision.
in a 2 versus 3 disadvantage. And there's an operator in play for one of these players, and that's not a weapon you want on a retake. You want one of those rifles. You want some versatility in terms of being able to move in. And an operator's not a weapon for that. As it seems like it's gonna be a save for both of these teams.
Yeah.
Got concealment.
Yeah, I mean, I think Young gonna save that op there.
69 HP. Very nice. As people in chat maybe would say. Whenever you see 69, everyone just says nice in chat.
Yeah, but I am looking at this 5-12 here for UW-Stout. Looks like Culver-Stockton again. Obviously, they're gonna be able to full buy the rest of these rounds because as soon as they lose, I mean, game over. UW-Stout
He
doesn't
actually
have
hit that
a full
shot.
buy.
He hit that shot onto Doobie. Doobie's down to 10 HP.
Yeah,
He's
I
gonna
mean
have to
that
be
does
healed by
not feel
Sky
good,
next
but Sky's gonna heal Doobie right back up.
Gonna patch up those bullet holes. That big bullet hole put there by the operator. I think Sammy spot up the
Ooh,
yeah,
Sammy?
she did.
Sammy?
She's gonna
Ooh,
spot up the
Sammy?
Scout.
Okay.
Oh, this might
Has
be the
spike, has
closer.
spike,
This might
has spike.
be exactly what
Okay.
they need. Face it through the smoke. Doobie is able to find it. That flash is at least gonna be putting a little bit of a stop to it. on a spike now picked up once again, but look at this. Look at this positioning from
No,
Breezy.
Breezy's ready. They come back to A. Oh, but
There's a Cypher trip
they're
there.
going to?
Oh, and Breezy might have just waited a bit too long. There's a Cypher trip there. And if
But
he
they're
really...
making it.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
actually it doesn't even
see,
matter.
with the
So
sheriff. Oh, and
Defenders
Breezy and Seep. Okay. And
Breezy
that is gonna be game.
finishing it up with the spray and pray on that, what's it called again? I'm sorry, on that, on the Spectre, I think, right? Yeah, on the Spectre.
Or was it a stinger?
one-
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, sorry, Stinger, sorry,
I think
Stinger.
it was a stinger.
On the Stinger, just to close it out. What a game. UW-Stout just dominating fashion once again.
That is another win here for UW-Stout. That is their second in the series so far in this NACE Varsity Premiere, putting them at 2-5. Unfortunately, that means, though, for Culver-Stockton, they're sitting at 0-4 right now, but there are still 2 weeks left, 2 matchups left. So, Culver-Stockton, I think you guys played great today. UW-Stout, I'm glad you guys won. I'm glad you guys got another win. But Culver-Stockton, I wish you nothing but the best in your next matches to come. And of course, UW-Stout, I wish you guys nothing but the best. But before we have an exciting interview with one of our players, we are going to go into a quick little break here. Remember, this is a best of 3. So since UW-Stout did win the last 2 maps, we will not be going into our decider icebox. But TW, any last sort of comments or anything you want to say about this last map we just saw in Split?
Yeah, once again, Culver-Stockton just coming out at the end, finding a couple rounds, but once again it was just too late. UW-Stout, they were just so good at finding their footing into these games and finding those first couple rounds and snowballing it into a really good first half. And unfortunately, Culver-Stockton, they have to... I hope to see them being able to win a couple more games, because they definitely play well and some of their players definitely showed up today, but it was just the basics kind of going wrong. And unfortunately, they'll have to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, I mean, I think for sure. I think both teams played really well. I really think what it came down to was UW-Stout just seemed to play a little bit more together. I mean, I saw some great crosses, some great swinging off contact, great utility usage. But I mean, Culver-Stockton, they're not a bad team. And I think we saw that that second half on Haven where they just kind of just got that momentum going. I think momentum is a huge thing in this game. Economy is a huge thing in this game. And unfortunately for Culver-Stockton, just weren't able to overcome some of those challenges they had in their way. But again, huge congratulations to UW-Stout. You guys played great today.
Yeah, congrats to UW-Stout, as we'll now be heading into a break for a little bit, and after that we should have a player interview, and it's going to be exciting to see who we'll interview. I think it's going to be I'm really bad with names, but I think it was going to be the Jet.
DeYoung, yeah, I think
DeYoung,
actually
exactly,
it is going to be DeYoung that we're going to be interviewing. So we're just going to wait for everything to get set up to bring DeYoung in here, but you're not going to want to go anywhere. A really exciting interview coming up, and I'm sure we all want to hear what DeYoung has to say, and maybe DeYoung has some things he can share with us. So, because I want to play like DeYoung in my. You've inspired me, DeYoung. I'm gonna queue comp tonight, and I'm just gonna play like DeYoung.
You're just
so
gonna
yeah,
go
don't.
in everywhere.
Yeah. I'm gonna go in there to play like DeYoung, but I'm gonna end up getting played like Stockton there. So we're gonna head into this break, and we will see you guys soon for this DeYoung interview. So don't go anywhere. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I hope that break wasn't too long. I know you are all on the edge of your seats as we just finished our first two maps. But we are going to be having a interview coming up with our MVP, DeYoung. DeYoung just played incredible these last two maps. I mean, look at that. Look at his KDA.
Look at that
45 and
KD.
25. Insane.
That is
Insane.
just
6 first
absolutely
bloods.
insane.
I mean, yeah, it was just incredible to watch DeYoung play. So as a special treat for all of our fabulous viewers out there, we actually have DeYoung in the interview hot seat with us right now. DeYoung, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
I'm doing
We're doing
well.
amazing.
So DeYoung, just first of all, congratulations. I mean, what an insane! It was so fun to watch you guys play those last two maps, and like you respectfully went insane.
Thank you.
Respectfully, you just kind of popped out there. But I have to ask, so who's your IGL?
Our IGL is Breezy.
Breezy.
He makes most of the beginning round calls.
I mean, you guys just seemed to play so well together and off of each other. Do you find that you like comms? Do you guys feel like you do well with your communication, or
There's definitely room for improvement, but and it's our first year together. But I think we have great chemistry, and because of that, our comms have gotten a lot better since we first started. I think we all enjoy each other's company, and it helps team chemistry.
Exactly, and those kind of things in terms of team play. You seem to be playing a lot with your initiators. Is that something you have prepared a lot in terms of with practice? Are those setups, have you prepared them a lot, or is it just kind of on the fly?
At the beginning of rounds, when you see a lot of util use, those are pre-thought of, but everything after that is just on the fly.
Okay, because it seems like every single time one of you guys peaks, another guy immediately comes out, no matter what, refrags come out across the scoreboard, and it's always in your favor.
Yeah,
And even when it doesn't go in your favor, you just turn up and you frag out, you clean it all up.
yeah, that definitely comes with team chemistry, and our coach has given us a beating for constantly not refragging, so that's something we worked on a lot, and we are definitely polished in that more.
yeah, how often do you guys practice together as a team?
Currently we don't have like a superset schedule because we haven't figured something out completely, but
Mm-hmm.
right now it's like 3 times a week and then a game or two every week also.
Awesome. I mean, yeah, I just think I would not have known this was your first year together, but yeah, I mean, the trades, uh, the playing off contact and the cross, just holding crosses. I mean, it was just super exciting to watch. So you have 2 more weeks coming up. Anyone you're excited to face or scared to face in your division?
Definitely St. Clair, the first seed in the division. I think they're definitely the strongest team by a lot, but if we work together, we could probably get a map or even the game.
I mean, I think if you guys play like you did today, you definitely stand a chance against the first seed.
Yeah, exactly. If you are able to come up with those clutches, and sometimes even the other players in your team just turning it up when it matters a lot, then you guys should be able to easily be go head to head against them and maybe even win.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, well, I mean, anything else you want to say? You're in the hot seat. This is your time.
No, I'm really proud of the team. We aren't really in contention to qualify anymore, but the next season and other tournaments, I think we'll have a really good chance at.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you guys play like you did today, I definitely think you have a great chance, and I know we'll be seeing you guys move farther this league next year. I think you guys have CVAL coming up, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
starting
Yeah.
sometime in March.
Yep. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to see how UW-Stout does. I'll be watching. I'll be cheering you on. So good luck the rest of this season and in your other tournaments and leagues, and we'll be cheering you on. So
Thank you.
great job today.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. So that does wrap up today's matchup between UW-Stout and Culver-Stockton Wildcats. It was great. It was great talking to DeYoung, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was absolutely great hearing a little bit of insight on how they work as a team and kind of what goes on in their camp in terms of what they do round by round, and especially hearing what they did on Haven with the stuff they do initially with the utility and then just kind of being loose. It's lovely to hear sometimes how teams work from the inside out, and especially from DeYoung, hearing the duelist, the one that really takes all of the action, say that stuff and say that there's a team have been working a lot on their communication and they still have to do a lot. It's of course really good to hear.
Yeah, and I mean, I can definitely tell. I casted a match for them a few weeks ago, and then now again this, and I mean, I can already see the improvement in what has to be their communication, their comms, but just their play styles, and I think they have a chance to go pretty far. And I know we're not gonna see the last of them. CVAL's coming up. We have next year. We'll have this league again. So I would not write off UW-Stout. I know they're out of contentions for qualifiers here, but that does not mean they do not have a fight to be put up these next 2 weeks. So I'm excited to see how these next 2 weeks go, and I'm excited to see how the rest of their other seasons go.
Exactly, I'm really excited to see it too. But I guess that will be it though for today. We got to see an exciting 2 maps. I got to cast with a really good co-host or a really good host, and hopefully
Yeah, it
I
was a
might be
pleasure
able to come
casting
back
with
again.
UTW.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
pleasure casting with you too.
Yeah, thank you. Also, I want to do a huge shout out to our production team, Bent Up, our like amazing producer who sets us all up, and then Grizzly, who is one of the other observers with Bent Up today. So congrats to everyone for putting on a great production. Congrats to the players and students for UW-Stout. And with that, we are going to wrap up, and we will see you guys next week.